lifelong earnings are going to be, determines what your lifelong health is going to be. And we are missing so many kids who don't even get an opportunity to have any sort of an education until they show up in kindergarten. We are missing out, we are failing a generation of kids in Michigan. And I think if we did that, on top of a lot of the other things that I've got planned for education, we would really put Michiganders on a path to where we can have individual prosperity again. And we deserve that. Oh, the pressure's on. All right. 30 seconds. Well, Gretchen Whitmer is ready to fight to make Michigan a leader again, to make sure that we've got the Michigan that we deserve. We've got to rebuild this state for our kids, for our families, and for our workforce, because we deserve better. We deserve schools that educate our kids, we deserve jobs that cover our bills, and we deserve a government that works for the people. You thought it was good, I might have to replay that. Yeah.
There's a new group called Voters Not Politicians that's planning a petition drive around the gerrymandering issue.
Excellent.
I just wonder what your thoughts are about the wisdom of doing that in light of the other challenges that are before us between now and 2018 and the need to win back the legislature to elect you.
So one of the things that I think Democrats have struggled with in the last few years is playing the short game and playing the long game. I served with 3 different governors. Governor Engler was the first governor I served with, and he was always thinking the long game, and we are still living under a lot of his oppressive policies because he was shrewd about that, and whether it was taking away, attacking union rights, whether it was attacking access to the ballot, whether it was his appointments onto the bench. We're still living under a lot of Engler appointees on the bench. And so I really believe that going after gerrymandering is not just the long game for Democrats, it's about the right thing to do for our democracy. As the leader in the Senate, I'll tell you that I know 50% of this state voted for Democratic candidates for the Senate, and yet we had 12 out of 38 seats in the Senate. That's how gerrymandered our districts are.
Yes, ma'am.
It's not right. Your vote is not the same. It's not weighted the same as people in other districts because we've been packed so tightly together. I've never believed that the legislature should pick their constituents. It should be the constituents who pick their legislators. So the timing is this. It's either got to be on the ballot in 18 or it's got to be on the ballot in 20. I'm hopeful that it is on the ballot in 18, but we got to win. So I would hate to see it, unless we are primed and truly ready, it's got to happen by 20 though, by the time that we go into our census. We got a lot of things that we can do with a House and a Secretary of State and an Attorney General and a Governor. But we've got to have a real shot at taking back the state Senate, and that only comes when we put nonpartisan people in charge of redistricting the state of Michigan. Are you a part of that group then that's coming together? Or? Okay. I hear that the League of Women Voters, I know that there are a number of different groups that are really talking about infusing some nonpartisan, policy on gerrymandering in Michigan. It's got to happen. And if it's not on 18, then we got to make it happen in 2020 for sure. I'm hoping it's 2018 though. Yeah. Yes.
Are you familiar with the National Popular Vote Interstate Compact legislation? It's in place, it's been introduced in all of the states, but the goal is to have the states agree that
always concerned when there's complete Republican control in Lansing about what may or may not happen. You know, I know that there are some ideas that would infuse, to ensure that our votes were counted individually and that we were proportionately casting our electoral college votes. But I also know that there's bad legislation that's being proposed in terms of making it a winner take all state. And so I haven't seen anyone proposing anything on Michigan. Is there something that is pending right now, then?
No, the legislation, I believe, has been out for quite a while. It was approved by the Michigan House of Representatives in 2008.